Morning, students. Students, this is Pradeep Gupta, and I will be teaching you sets. Okay, this is first lesson of your algebra chapter. So, first thing is what is a set? Okay, so let me tell you. A set is a collection of well-defined objects. Now, what is the meaning of well-defined? Which means you can easily identify whether this element can be included in that collection or not. Okay, so let me tell you one example first. Suppose I am asking you to make a list of all the students in your class. Okay, so in this case what you are going to do, you are going to make a list of all the students whoever is in your class. Okay, and definitely this set is finite. And one more thing, all the students will make same list in this case. Okay, now let me tell you one more example. Suppose I am asking you to make a list of all the bright students in your class. Now see, in this case, list of all the students will not be same. Why? Because some students say that Ramesh is a bright boy, but for some students Ramesh cannot be a bright. Okay, so in this case some students will include Ramesh and some will not include Ramesh in their list. That means this set is not well defined. Okay, because collection is different for different students, so these kind of collections are not a set. So students, remember, a collection is a set if you can clearly identify or decide the elements of that collection. Okay, so this way you can easily make your list, then you will call that collection to be a set. And if you are not able to make the list, that means that collection is not a set. Okay, now let us see few more examples. Okay, see the example in this case. First example is what? Collection of days of a week. Suppose I am asking you to make this collection. So definitely each student will make the list which contains all the days, that is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So for all the students this list will be same. So this collection is a set. Okay, already second example I have done. Now see third example, collection of stars in our galaxy. Now this is also a set because everyone knows sun is a star and so on. So you can easily make the list of all the stars which is there in our galaxy. Okay, so again in this case there is no confusion. So this is a set. So students, remember, if you are able to make a proper list and your list is same with other students, so that kind of collections are known as set. Now let me tell you few examples which are not a set. Now see these examples. Collection of good teachers in your school. Okay, now in this collection good teachers, suppose English teacher, you are liking your English teacher, but some students will not be liking your English teacher. So that way this is not a set, because for some students that teacher is good and for some students that teacher is not good. So the collection will not be same for both the students. So this is not a set. Now second example you can see, collection of brave students. Now again in this case also there is confusion, because brave students, for some students Ramesh will be brave, for some students Ramesh will not be brave. So this is not a set. Now see third example, collection of strong forts in Maharashtra. Now see, you know what is a fort, right? So again in this case there will be a confusion, because if I can from my eyes that fort can be strong, for some they will say this is not a strong fort, this is weak. So here again you are having confusion. So basically what, Whenever there is a word like good, brave, strong, easy, so whenever these quality words are there in a collection, so in that case that collection will not be a set. Okay, so let us see what I have written here. None of the above examples are set because each of the examples are not definite. It depends on person's choice and their views. So that is why these type of collections are not a set. So basically you should able to identify whether this collection is a set or not. Okay, so how to identify? See, set is a collection of well defined objects, means you can easily identify whether this element can be included in this collection or not, and if there is any confusion, then that collection is not a set. Okay, so let us move to our next topic, how to write a set. That is our next topic. So basically we are having two methods to write a set. First one is listing method, or you can call it roster method. So let us see first this method. Listing method, as this name already suggesting you that you have to make the list of all the elements whichever is there in the set. So in this case you are going to write all the elements whichever is there in the collection. So see what I have written here. In this method we have to write all the elements in curly bracket. Okay, so you have to make the list and you have to write all the list elements in the bracket, curly bracket. So let us see the example. The collection of colors of rainbow. So you all know there are 7 colors in the rainbow, that is Vibgyor. Now how to write this collection in the set form? See, see how I have written. A is equal to. See, whenever you are writing a set, you have to give the name to the set. It can be any of the capital letter. It can be A, B, C, D and all. Anything but that letter should be capital. So here I have written capital A is equal to. Then you have to write curly bracket. And in curly bracket, you have to write all the elements which are there in the set. So in this case, there are 7 colors that you can see: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So here I have written all the elements in curly bracket. So this is what we have written this set in listing method, or you can call it roster method. So students, remember, whenever you are told to write your set in listing method, so simply you have to give the name to the set, then equal to, then write your curly bracket, and in the curly bracket you have to write all the elements which are there in the set. Okay, now let us see second method, that is rule method, or you can call it set builder form. Now as this name already suggesting you that you have to apply some rule, means you have to see the elements and then decide which kind of elements are these, and after identifying those elements you have to specify those elements in the set form. Okay, so you can call it set builder, means you are building the set by seeing the elements. So see what I have written here. In this method, we have to apply some rule to the set to define the set. Means we are applying some specific rule to define that particular set. Now see the previous example. See what is the basic principle with these elements: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. You can see all these colors are of rainbow. So here see how I have written here. Capital A is equal to, then curly bracket. Then see x slash x is there. That means x is such that x is a color of rainbow. Means we are giving a title x to these elements, and what is x? X is a color of rainbow. Okay, so all these are basically colors of rainbow. Okay, now let us learn few more topics of this. Our next topic is what? Types of set. Now what are the types? See, basically there are four types of sets. Now let us see all these four types one by one. First type is what? Singleton set. As name already suggesting you that single means what? There should be only single element in the set. Okay, so those set in which only one element is there is called singleton set. You can see the example. Set A is equal to 2, means in this set only one element is there, 2. And if you want to write this set in set builder form, you can write it like A is equal to curly bracket x is such that x is a even prime number. So 2 is the only number which is even as well as prime number. So this collection is a singleton set because in this set only one element is there. Okay. So remember, whenever you are asked to identify whether this set is singleton or not, you have to write that set in set form, listing form, and after writing you can see how many elements are there. If there is only one element, then you will call that set to be a singleton set. Okay, so it is very simple to identify. See the elements. If there is only one element, then you will call that element set to be singleton set. Now let us see second type of set, empty set. See, empty means what? There is nothing in that set, means not a single element will be there in the set. So the set containing no element means nothing element, zero element is called a empty set, or you can call it a null set. Now see how I have written the example. Set A is equal to curly bracket open and close, means nothing is there. Your set contains not a single element. So whenever your set contains no element, that means that set is known as empty set, or you can call it null set. Okay. Now see third example, finite set. Finite set means what? Your set is finite. Finite means limited, means you can easily count how many elements are there in the set. Okay, the set which is limited and elements of that sets can be counted is called finite. Okay, now see the example. A is equal to curly bracket A E I O U. Now in this set there are 5 elements, 1 2 3 4 5. So this set is finite because you can count how many elements are there, and this set is limited because we know starting and as well as ending. So this set is finite because we can easily count how many elements are there in this set. So remember, finite means countable, means you can count the set. Now see the last one, infinite set. The set which is not limited or the elements cannot be counted is called infinite set. Okay, so in this type of set you cannot count how many elements are there, and this set is unlimited. So let us see the example. A is equal to curly bracket 1 2 3 4 dot dot dot. Now in this set you can see your starting number is 1, but we don't know where this set will end. 1 2 3 4 dot 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 means this set is going further, like 4, after 4 5 6 7 8 and so on, infinite. So this set is infinite because this set cannot be counted. Okay, so students, today what we did, first we have seen the definition of set. So what is a set? Set is a collection of well defined objects. Okay, so remember, whenever you can easily identify which elements can be included and which elements cannot be included, that collection. And remember, your collection should be same with other students collection, then only your collection will be called as a set. Then we have seen some examples of a set and which are not set. So basically how to identify, see, whenever there is a quality word like good, brave, easy, hard, strong, weak, so whenever you are seeing these kind of words, so you can directly neglect those collections, because in those collections there are confusions. Okay. Then we have seen how to write a set. So basically there are two types of writing a set. First one is listing and second one is rule. In listing we have to write all the elements in the set curly bracket, and in rule method you have to make a rule to define your set. Then there are four types of sets. First one is singleton, means single elements. Then we have empty set, means there will be not a single element. Then finite set is what, the set in which elements can be counted. And infinite means elements of this set will not be counted, means infinite. Okay, so that's it. Now students, you can see a concept map of this chapter. So today we have done how to identify a set. Then we have seen methods of writing a set. Then there are two methods, listing method, rule method, you can see. Then we have learned what are the types: singleton set, empty set, finite and infinite. Okay, now remaining topics we are going to do in the next class. Okay, so students, today you should know how to write a set, first thing. Then you should know what are the four types of sets. Okay, remaining topics we are going to do in the next class. Okay, thank you.